Welcome to Clyde Samvada, brought to you by the Hindu Temple of Scotland. You would have typically seen the places the other way around if you have been following our previous episodes. Today we have Rishab telling us the story of Vrindavan. So Rishab, welcome to Clyde Samvada, your debut as the speaker for the show. How are you feeling today?
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the audience, for all the love. And it feels great, sometimes, but the more I have been sitting on that end, makes me feel, oh, I know so much less. And I've been wondering, oh, what's there to say? What's there to say? Well, it's like a realization I've heard from someone that the more we see the outer world, the more we realize that how small we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the kind of feeling I have been going through recently. So as talking about Vrindavan, a place I would say very close to my heart. Well, the switch I would say became recent,
Okay.
just 1.5 or 2 years ago. Before that, I only saw Vrindavan as usually on TV.
Yeah.
That there is a place called like that.
Yeah.
As no idea where it looks in the map, where it is, and all that. But
For me, it's still like that. So you are going to teach me about it. I mean, I just know Vrindavan from Krishna stories, and that's about all the exposure that I have about Vrindavan. So looking forward to kind of knowing tidbits about it. Yeah.
So see how I usually we also used to talk about this, that Krishna is the real, like he is not the avatar itself, he is the avatari. So when he has to come here, everything needs to be special. Everything he has been doing his entire life was something beyond human thing only. So for this as well, similar thing happened. See, so the name Vrindavan, so it's spread for two words, Vrinda and Van. Vrinda is Tulsi and Van is the jungle, like the forest. So there is a proper area over there. So there is complete full of basil. So that area was called
Full of basil. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it is called Vrindavan. There are more spiritual meanings to it as well, which we will talk in as we go on.
Okay.
So how it came on
So
was
just to clarify, Vrinda means basil.
yeah, Tulsi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tulsi one. That's
Yeah,
how
Tulsi
Vrindavan-
one is how
okay.
Vrindavan came. Like that's the just the literal meaning of the
Oh,
word.
is it? Okay.
Okay. So how it came in was like there is a special story. It is all from acharyas and also could be read in Bhagavatam and much more scriptures. That now when Bhagwan is coming, there is it's like his adhishtatri, his proper you can say the counterpart of this power, the Radharani. So they are living in Golok Dham. Okay. There is no point. Okay, Krishna has to come because he has to kill the demons and all that. There is no point of Radharani coming because she is all about love. Why would she come, to see all these things? So now Krishna is like, oh, you have to come with me. And she's like, well, Brahma has created the creation, he has done everything, but I can't live in what has been created by Brahma.
Okay.
So it is said that Vrindavan and that entire Braj has come from, it's the personification of Golok itself. It was not created by Brahmaji.
Okay.
So there are like when I went to Vrindavan, my Guruji told me the story when it was my introduction to that even Brahmaji wanted to see that how Braj looks.
Okay.
And then he went to Shivji first, I think so. And then he said that, oh, I want to see that place. She was like, well, I have not been lucky enough yet to see that place. You have to go to Krishna if you want. And he goes to Lord Krishna and says, oh, I want to see your place where you always stay. No matter where Krishna is, his body was, he always stays in there only. No matter what's happening. So he says, I want to see. He's like, well, your tapasya is not enough yet. Now Brahma, where like a human's like the top notch where one can reach is you're not done enough yet. Go do some more. Then he goes to a lot of tapasya, thousands and thousands of years. And then come back, he's like, well, I'll do you a favor. Not enough yet actually, but because you have shown you can say the thirst to see Braj, what I'll do is exactly at midnight, there's going to be a lightning. Okay. So in that split second of lightning, there will be light over the Braj and you can see that. And that's all your tapasya has done to you. Thousands of years. And then that exactly same thing happens. And then more story goes like that even the Govardhan Parvat, that he is also Brahmaji's like personification because he gets then Ashirvad to stay there. So there are many more, like as we talk about the different timelines, there are so many counterparts of the stories intertangling with each other. So that's how like special the Vrindavan is, even from the spiritual aspect, that it is the personification of Golok itself.
Okay.
Acharya says that let's say now you have heard of Vrindavan, you have been hearing of Vrindavan.
Yes.
Okay, because you have heard of Vrindavan, that means Krishna is calling you.
Okay.
Krishna has a grace on you, that because you have at least heard of
about
Braj.
it. Okay.
You have heard that there is a place named Braj
Okay.
where Krishna is always there doing the Leela. Okay, let's say you make up your mind, I want to go to Braj. Still Krishna is calling you.
Okay.
Okay, you have started your journey towards Braj.
Okay.
Still Krishna is only graceful. If you manage to enter Braj, then it was Radha Rani who graced you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's how like the personification of love goes. That okay, the string is Krishna, but the ultimate goal is Radha.
Radha. Okay.
Okay, so this is normally when we talk about to people, they goes like, oh, that story, this story. This is beyond all stories, all scriptures. Nobody talks about these things over there. You go to Vrindavan, nobody is saying Krishna. Everybody's Radha, Radha, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Everyone is doing that. It's like, see, okay, somebody is loyal to you, but to you, who you love, if somebody is loyal to them more than you are like, oh, you're even my person. So that's how Krishna's grace goes beyond everything.
Nice. And let's just talking about Braj. So Vrindavan is part of Braj, or like there are multiple other places also within Braj as a region?
Yes. So Vrindavan it's a one, like say now it's a small town now becoming big city because of modernization.
Okay.
Braj is actually the entire, so it's called Chaurasi Kos if you have heard.
Chaurasi Kos.
Okay, so Kos is basically a term of measuring a distance.
Okay.
Chaurasi Kos loosely you can say translate to 252 kilometers.
Okay.
So it's a 252 kilometers of area which is completely called Braj.
Okay.
Okay.
So does Mathura also come under that? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So how everything comes is Mathura, starting from how we know. So Mathura, because Krishna was born there.
Yes.
Taken to Gokul.
Yes.
Gokul comes there.
Oh, that's also there. Okay.
Okay. Then Kans, then he made sure that Gokul burns. Then they move to Barsana for now.
Okay.
Okay. Then just not exactly Barsana, 6 kilometers away from Barsana, then they go and establish themselves, which is called Nandagaon.
Okay.
Okay, then the king of Barsana, which is the father of Radha Rani, okay, then he donates gives the land of Vrindavan to people of Gokul who were now living in Nandagaon to go stay in Vrindavan. Okay. So that as well. Okay. So this all these places, they are all Braj.
Okay.
That also interestingly, like there is a place Raval, which is just 20 kilometers from Barsana. Vrindavan. That is the place where Radha Rani was born.
Okay.
Then she was living with her father, like obviously their kingdom was Barsana. Okay. So this entire cosmos, you can say, you go there and you won't believe we did this parikrama of Chaurasi Kos in car, 250 kilometers. But the way even you end up changing 2 time states as well, it's like so many. Even Govardhan parikrama when people does, you go to Rajasthan and then you enter UP. Just in 21 kilometers. The mountain itself has 2 borders.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like beyond description, the places, I should say. And all the gods, everybody you can see has come there first. Okay. So I would like to, highlight a little story. So as you know, have you heard of Shravan Kumar?
Shravan Kumar, yes.
Okay, he was with his parents to the 4 Char Dham. To do the Char Dham Yatra. Yes. So it's said that a son's duty, there is the biggest kind of a boon if they are able to do with their parents. So with my guru's grace, we went when we were in Braj. He said that I will take you to Char Dham today. Okay. And we were like, today and Char Dham,
is like the
how these 2 terms work, that Char Dham is okay, we are going together, but today itself we will do Char Dham. Okay. He said, it's okay, just let's drive. Okay. We started, and in the Chaurasi Kos only, he took us to there. First of all, we reached a temple, which was Narayan's temple. Okay, Adi Badrinath, and it's written over there, Adi Badrinath. Okay. And we went there, and a complete story is described there. So Badrinath temple, before the Badrinath itself, has to come to Braj, take permission of Krishna, because he always stays there. Okay. Doesn't matter how we know he was there or not, he's always there. He came there, took permission that, I've come, Allah, please allow me. And then he gave, you goes there. Okay. Then Shivji came, then Adi Kedarnath. Okay. Adi Kedarnath, you won't believe, because of the demography also, like how people talk about science. Okay, we don't talk about science, but still, because I was a new devotee of, still the brain was, very skeptical. I went to see Adi Kedarnath, and you won't believe the Shila, which is kept at the top. You climb a lot of stairs, and it's the Himalayas Shilas over there, which should not have been, if you see the exactly, because the mountains are different over there. But you see the exact, if I'm not sure if I have the video yet. You can see the mountain, it has been shaped. You will see Nandi, you will see Shiva's snake, and so you have to, like crawl and go in the gufa to see so if you look at the shivling from outside the gufa, you can clearly see two eyes staring at you. Absolute shining eyes staring at you. Earlier I thought that because people are doing Abhisheka, so because of the water.
Yeah, water, oil, or
Could be anything. We went in and it was dry. So these were small things. And then, okay, Adi Kedarnath, Adi Badrinath done. Then it was Gangotri, Yamunotri time. Yes. And I was like, I would like to see this one.
Okay.
How is this possible? Then we went, and it was a good climb, and then you go to you can say there's a platform made, there you stand. And how it is, like there's two mountains. Okay. I'll share a picture. Okay. If I have it, I should have it actually. Okay. So there are two mountains. Okay. Like combining together. Okay. And then there are two streams coming. Oh. But those streams are of mountain, like water flowing, and imagine it freezes and it becomes a mountain. Okay. So then now there is a white mountain, and then there is a black stone mountain. Okay. Those
just close by. Okay.
Yeah. Just intersecting each other.
Okay, got it.
Like Nara and Narayan. So that's how they have been shown. Okay. So the white stone mountain, the black stone mountain, and then two streams, huge stream of Himalayan rocks again. Okay. Just like water is flowing, but it froze. So one is Gangotri and one is Yamunotri. Like even they say that if it is good amount of silence over there, if you just toss a coin, when it falls down, you will hear that it's fallen into water. Okay. Although there is just ground over there, but you will still hear the sound of, like something has fallen into water. Okay. Then that was Gangotri and Yamunotri done. Within 2 hours, we did all the Char Dham Yatra.
Okay, nice. And so, but Govardhan is more down. This is in Govardhan itself. No,
Govardhan is...
No, there are two mountains. Yes. Are they part of Govardhan?
No. Okay. Govardhan is a separate mountain itself. Okay. So that's why people are able to do parikrama
around it. Okay.
The Govardhan story, I think so we covered one day just in temple itself, but as people say, it's going down very soon.
Correct.
Right? It's going down day by day. But still it's a very prominent right now. Okay. People must go there because the parikrama now has the path has been made such in a beautiful way. Nice. People are able to do on vehicles. You have walking path as well, and if you want some off-roading experience but just by legs, you have that option as well, where you can just keep touching the mountain and you can go around as well. Okay. So there is proper 3 type of paths over there. Nice. Okay. You won't imagine how beautiful it is made, and imagine a devotee's blessing is you go to Govardhan Parvat, the kripa of, he's a Maharaj, Govardhan Maharaj, and then you're doing your mala and just you're getting the chance to just see the mountain itself. Very closely you're walking by. Then following that, so there are different parikramas which are very popular. As we talked about the Churasi course, which is the entire
one. Okay.
Everything comes into that. Okay. You no need to go anywhere. Okay. Then comes this Govardhan Parikrama. Okay. Govardhan Parikrama is about 21 kilometers. Okay. So the ideal time which says is 4 to 8 hours by walk, depending on your speed of walking. And then is Vrindavan Parikrama as well. Okay. So Vrindavan, if you see that it's a huge city now, so you won't be like, how is somebody doing that full? No, it's not that. So there is a proper path of Vrindavan, which is approximately it's 13 to 17 kilometers. Okay. That is actually the Adi Vrindavan, where all the temples are inside only. Okay. So the proper road made, that path of parikrama, everybody who is living in Vrindavan, most of the people does it every single day. Okay. No matter if they didn't get time by walk, they will take a scooty and just 10-15 minutes, but they will definitely, I've seen people ardently just walking on that path. Okay. So that is called the Adi Vrindavan. With my Guru's blessing, my Guruji's ashram is inside that parikrama as well. Okay. So that's why I love calling it, it's my home over there. I live in Adi Vrindavan. Okay. So beyond description, I would say.
Fantastic. So, and it's wonderful to kind of hear the first-hand account of it, because like you've done all of this, your guru itself is there, so it's wonderful to kind of hear first-hand account of recollections. And I mean, I'll tell you how much I know about Vrindavan. So the two things which I've popularly heard about Vrindavan is, one is the soil, and the other is the holy celebration. So tell us a bit more about the soil and the soil background stories.
So soil background story is like, see how, so it's like, very basically, if I try to explain it. So how we do pranam to each other, right? So if some people don't like, like, oh, somebody touched the feet. So we touch the ground. Just because you are standing on the ground, you have made it pure.
Yes.
Now the Braj, Raj, as it is called, the Braj is the Braj, Raj is the soil. So Braj, Raj, because Krishna, the ultimate himself, is always there. He always walks upon that land. That is the reason that it is considered so pure. And that is the only, so let's say we take example of Kurukshetra. Krishna was there, right? But you would never have heard that, oh, Kurukshetra Raj. Nobody is taking that Raj, right? Because there is a bhav as well attached to it. There Krishna was in a different form. Okay. But in Braj, it's only love. It's only love. No matter how you go, how it is, it's only love that's talked about there. Nobody is talking about tantra, mantra, this and that. Nobody cares. It is said that, see, how people go to Ganga, right? That, oh, just to wash off the sins. They said if you manage to step into Braj, 100,000 times you take dips into Ganga, done. Done. That also actually cannot counterpart it, but just to give you a reference. Like that's how pure it is considered. People, so there are considered like 4 or 5 ways of salvation that it's guaranteed. Because Braj does not come into Brahmaji's creation. So the laws that apply there are also not the same as everywhere else. If you're born in Braj, Krishna says this is mine. Nobody touches it. Okay, no matter how they live their life. If they have managed to be born in Braj, their karma was of epitome, I would say, goodness. If you manage to die in Braj, okay, you lived your life no matter where, but people then start moving to Vrindavan. That also kripa of Radharani, because even you entering there, it's Radharani calling. If you're managing to stay there, that's even more kripa. Then, okay, if you can't do both, you marry a person who is from there. Then if you bring them at your place, then Krishna is also coming with you because it's his property. You're taking for now, Okay, that's also done. If not that as well, then you take a Guru Diksha from there. So if you manage all of them, and then if not even all those things, you just get married there. You and your partner.
Then you become.
And then you become, because you have started your new life over there. It's a phase change of life, as per our, like Shastras also. So because you have started your life there, now you have become a citizen of Vrindavan. So it's like a citizenship only. And you get ultra premium membership. No matter.
Fast track.
Super fast track. And you have all the access. Maybe in the worldly manner, people won't see the change, but that there is a one-up that you have got and nobody else has got it. There is also caveat to it. No matter how much you explain, people will never understand how blissful you feel by just hearing the word Braj itself. Like it's the final wish of life is something happens, I just go and settle there. No matter if I go and thank you so much. That's all. People have lived there, even acharyas and big ashrams. You will see a lot of gurus over there. They have spent their entire life in Vrindavan, but when the end moment came, they had to go out of the Vrindavan. There are so many stories like this, like even very famous ones as well. You will hear them that something happened. Ideally, if you see, this is, I would like my perspective is, like subjective opinion. It's like the lack of knowledge of the people who are around. Let's say if I become unconscious, right? If I tell, let's say we are in Vrindavan now. If I become unconscious, I say no matter what happens, don't take me out of Vrindavan. You take me to the local doctor, and local doctor says, take him to Delhi if you want to save him. What will you do? You will take me to Delhi, right? But what did I want? No matter what happens, don't take me out of Braj. And that is exactly what has happened. When the people were unconscious, their loved ones took them just,
Not their fault.
Not their fault. But this has happened, if you see from the bigger perspective, their entire life they managed to spend there. But the end moment came, they had to step out of the Vrindavan. like the importance of Raj when you asked about, right? So there is a very, very famous story that comes in. So there was a Seth, like a businessman, very, very affluent businessman. Used to stay there, and he heard of Vrindavan, as you have heard of Vrindavan, as I used to hear of Vrindavan. And he always wanted to go there, but could not. What did he do was like once or twice, I think so, he managed to visit Vrindavan, or he met
Okay.
somebody from Vrindavan, and he had like that pain that, oh, I want to go there, but business is huge, money is coming. If I don't be there, business will flop, blah, blah, blah. What did he do then? He hired a man. He said, I will pay you double the salary of market rate, but you have to just do one task every day. He said, what? He said, you have to drive me to my office every single day whenever I'm going. But every morning, when I sit in the car, you have to ask, Chale Vrindavan? Let's go to Vrindavan.
Oh, okay.
And then I will tell you what to do or not.
Okay.
Every single time I sit in the car, you have to ask this question. The Chale Vrindavan.
Okay.
And he said, well, that's a good deal.
Okay. Where is this businessman from?
He was, I think so, I forgot the place name, but somewhere in
around.
northern parts only.
Okay.
Not very far.
Okay.
And this started every single day. He used to ask, and 10, 15 years passed. And now the driver asks every single day, Chale Vrindavan. One day some fight happened at home. No matter how much he did for the family, they were not very grateful for all those things. They were like, oh, everybody does it. And then he was so frustrated. Driver was ready. He sat in the car to go to office, and he was Chale Vrindavan, like chalo. And that's it. That was the only thing he needed in life. Once you go there, you don't need all the money and all that. A person can spend his life. There are so many ashrams. Food is always there. There are very good ashrams always providing services. Even my guru's ashram, he makes sure that all the sons who are doing the parikrama, they get fed twice a day, every single day, no matter what it is. He never goes anywhere.
Okay.
Because that's his seva he has picked up.
Okay.
And there are many more like that. For cold, if there is like this winter season comes to sure, everything is, you get everything over there. You managed to enter the Braj, you will be taken care of. You're taken care of. You don't have to worry, oh, where I will eat, where I will sleep. You manage to enter there, you forget how your life is going to be, because you're now Krishna's property. Anyways, so you don't care about those things. And that's how life goes over there. Beyond, even like see Yamuna river, right? So the grace of Yamuna, like it used to be huge. My Guruji was telling me, because I think so a year or 1.5 year ago, the level of Yamuna became like immense. Even the Braj itself, like people's home. First floor was, people were living in their second floor houses because till 10-15 feet gone under. And then we saw a tree like very far away, and he said this was the tree which we see, as in cartoons, as people have seen, that Krishna is climbing a tree and jumping into the river. It's almost now 2 kilometers away from the bank of Ramuna now. So that much it has shrunk in the area.
It's similar to Ganga in Varanasi. Like how much is it shrunk?
Yes, it's similar. Like, but when it comes to its own way, and it reached over actually
till there.
Yeah, till there. And people were like, oh well, it's claiming its space back in nothing much. We have entered her space. It's not like it's expanding much more.
Okay.
And I was like, well, that could be true as well. But these kind of stories when you hear over there. So talking about that same guy who moved over there, right? He lived their life, and then it came towards the end of his life. Now the time has come. He has anyway had good money and all that. So he said, see, when I die, don't burn me.
Okay.
Like, okay, what do you want us to do? He said, tie me behind the car and drag it around Govardhan Parvat.
Okay.
Till every single cell of my body is not become the Raj.
Okay.
And people are like, why? You have lived here, you have done what could have, why that? He said that, see, the amount of time I have stayed away from this place. And the more, as we said, like the more affluent people, like not just affluent, I would say, the more spiritual people we meet, and we realize, oh, how small we are. He said, see, the people, the soil of this place, I want the more devotees who are coming, I want them to stamp every single cell of mine till the end. Not just even after my death also, I want to get stamped by the devotees of Krishna.
For being away from here. Okay.
Just being away from here, and also that's how the grace of Krishna is.
Will happen.
You know, like dasanudas. Like Krishna, his devotees, his servant, I want to be. I don't want to be the top notch. Oh, you know, I'm just next to you. Servant. Even if that much I am able to become, done. I am okay for my life.
Okay.
So that's how people see the Braj Raj.
Okay. Is this Braj Raj story linked to Krishna eating the soil when he was a kid? I mean, is there a connection to do?
Yeah, so it obviously it is there because now he has touched it with the mouth, so it's become a prasad anyways for everybody. You know, because Maya said that, oh, show me, and he showed the entire cosmos.
Yes.
Right, the entire cosmos was there. That everything. You know, like I'm hallucinating. I think so. And to that story, you know, there is a reference that Krishna, from the day he was 3 days old, he started killing demons. I think Putna, he was just 3 days old. From that time, if you see, he started doing things which were obviously inhuman. Okay. But no one thought that, oh, he is not a human. Actually, people did. Every single time he used to do something, and especially Maya Yashoda, when she saw the entire cosmos, and she was like, oh, he's... And then, now Krishna is, you know, like, he's just behaving like a child, you know. He's flaunting immensely, like, beyond. He's showing off, okay. Also, he's making sure every single day they forget everything.
Yeah.
And then they behave again same. Because if the mother starts behaving like a devotee, then how he would experience the love again. Although he is him only as the personification, but still he is making sure he's flaunting, and then he's making sure they forget. Same flaunting and then forget. He made sure he does this to Indra. He did this to Brahmaji. And you know about the Brahmaji story, I hope so. Like, it's a very, like, you know, very popular one. He's also, like, there is a series, if you see, so Demons in Vrindavan Leela. So all the demons who came, although Indra is not a demon and Brahmaji obviously not a demon, but the thing that they did for a particular task, they have been like claimed as a demon, you know, like, they doubt. They had a doubt. They had a doubt. So in that context also, so there is a beautiful, I would say, if people read that story when Brahmaji came, took everything. So see, there is a time dilation theory there as well, because because Brahmaji's lok is a different timeline, and here different timeline. But when he comes back, he says nothing has changed. How come this is possible?
Interstellar story.
It is interstellar, and they have bashed the interstellar story itself as well. If you see in that. So ideally, what should have happened? Brahmaji took them away when he have tried. So millennia should have passed already, because it was even 2-3 seconds or 7-8 minutes also. Here everything will go on, like thousands of years have passed. But when he comes back, it's same. Which also it shows that it is not his creation, because he was thinking about his creation, that how his creation works. If it would have been any other place, let's say even my hometown, nobody would have been there. And he came, I think so, after a few minutes he came back. Thousands of years should have passed. But he came back and nothing has changed. And he was like, how come nothing has changed? And then he even more realized that, oh my God, what have I done? That not this guy just have this place which is outside my creation. He has it away from all the laws of nature as well. Which is also, I can say, a proof that that place doesn't, like, the rules of the normal nature are not applied in that place.
Yeah. It's just fantastic. I mean, like, I remember, like, once you started saying about it, I remember the Bhagavatam story about Brahmaji. And you mentioned about this Adi Vrindavan, right? So when you say Adi Vrindavan, what form is Krishna in the main Adi Vrindavan temple? I mean, like, is it like a child form? Or?
Yes, so there are different forms. Ideally, there are, in my right knowledge, if not exactly, there are 7 temples, different forms of temple. So how they came into existence, like, there is like amazing story. So Bake Bihari Mandir, everybody has heard. That's the most.
I haven't heard yet. But
Great. If you go to Braj, that's the temple where people want to go. Bake Bihari. Okay. So that's like basically like, it's also like kind of a very beautiful form of Krishna. So the idol of Krishna. So there are Radha Raman and other mandirs as well. There are 7 of them. They have been made out of the Shila, the stone on which Krishna was born in Mathura.
Okay. As like in the jail.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was like a big rock.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Krishna was born, so that rock, right? So that was there. So that rock was taken to Vrindavan.
Okay.
And then these were formed. So who did this was, it's like the great grandson of Krishna.
Okay.
So once Bhagwan Krishna completed his Leela,
Yeah.
and he went,
Yeah.
so he had 16,108 queens.
Yeah.
Okay. So 8 of them went with Krishna.
Okay.
16,100 stayed there. But nothing in this entire world could make them even smile without Krishna.
Okay.
Okay, like forget being happy. Just nothing could make them smile. And now his great grandson is there, and he's thinking that what I could do for all my mothers.
Okay.
So then I think so he met a guru or he did some tapasya, and then he was told that you have to go to Mathura, where when he was born. If you go, and he was like, how will I recognize? Like, it is shining as gold.
Okay.
That rock, it's beyond, you can't miss it basically.
Yeah, okay.
It's unmissable. He was like, okay. He went there, brought that stone, and then they made these 7 idols out of them. So how it happened, how the 7 idols also came into story. So one of the story goes like, when they made the first idol, they thought that, oh, this is how, because now Krishna is not there, but the Bhagavatam is there, and they now know how Krishna looks and all that. Everything is in detail. So the best of the best sculptures have come, and made it, but they managed to either his hands exactly same, or either his legs exactly same, or his chest exactly same, or his face. So they ended up making 7 of them then.
Oh.
One by one by one. Then and they like first one was made. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like hands are exactly like Krishna.
Okay.
So they're only hands. Okay, another one then, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one.
Okay.
Then so then when the invasions in India happened, they were breaking the temples. Other one.
Okay.
Then it happened that they hid the murtis. So some were hidden by different people.
Okay.
So this knowledge was not known that these kind of murtis exist and all that.
Okay.
Some devotees took them to different places. So I think so there is one in Jaipur and one at different place as well. So 2 of them are out of Vrindavan as well, made of that Shila. Then following that, what happened was, then the bhakti, you can say, when the bhakti moment came, then we had the biggest of the acharyas coming out, and one of them being the Swami Haridas ji.
Okay.
Swami Haridas ji is the guru of Tansing. Okay, so he did so much of bhakti that he was graced with the exact location of one of the murti where it is. That you have to just go there, do the bhajan, and the murti will come out. Okay. And just the same way, all the 7 murtis were revived by different achar, like the so because they were all hidden or like buried or something was done that they don't fall into hands. Or else imagine we would have listened, one of the other murtis is sitting in other part of the world, in some museum. That Krishna cannot allow. Okay, with other things it can happen, but not with Krishna. Sorry. So then different acharyas did so much of tapasya, so much of chanting, then they were graced with the exact location, and then these things came out.
Okay.
Their location were revealed, and now as we know them, that's why people are like, oh, how come, like recently we have started knowing about these things. Like, see, comparing it to like the Guruvayur temple, right? It has always been known. Like, it was not like, it was there, then the lost saga, and then it came. It was always there. But here you will see, it was not very popularly known, this place, and how come it has so much significance? This is the reason it has significance. And even Adiguru Shankaracharya's, like his visit is very popular in that area. So towards the end of his life, it said that he went there, and after preaching everything, his Advait philosophy, he said, Bhajman Govind. Okay. Right? So that's how it ended. So no matter how much knowledge like the Jnana Yoga you follow, when it comes to bhakti, it's out of syllabus basically. Everything there is out of syllabus. No matter how much you go there and you're like, how is this thing working? And they're like, well, if you're applying logic, sorry, you won't understand. Because it is so less known. Now anyways it is getting popular because of reels and all these things. Still people go there without knowing the significance of going there. And that is the only reason which even after going there, the transformation is not happening. Now see, the transformation is bound to happen because the place is graced immensely, there is no description of how much grace that place is. Still people go there do all their Instagram things, and then just come back. And nothing has changed. The reason why it has not changed, because the bhav is not there. And that place is all about bhav only. It's only your emotion. When people say, see, let's say even when I do sometimes pravachan in the temple, right? And we tell people, oh, you should, come to temple, visit. You must have, and all the audience, there must be people listening to us saying, oh, God is within us. We have that bhav. Really? They say, oh, we have the bhav in us. Why do we need to visit those places? If you really think that you have bhav, you just visit that place once and then you say that you really have bhav. You will consider yourself nothing. Although we still consider ourselves, there you will say, we have not done anything in life. How come this much love is there for Krishna? Also, the people's target, if you say, like the aim of people over there is like, everybody say, oh, we love the God. Everybody. But does he make sure that, is he following behind you? That is what Radha does. That's what the Radha naam is doing. It is said that when you say Ra, Krishna stands up. And he said, bring everything he has done. Chitragupt, Chitrasen, whatever his name is.
Chitragupt,
yeah. Bring everything. Burn them. But already burned. And if you complete the word with dha, and then Krishna is like, what will I do now? What can I give to this person? Even if I put myself in the scale, it won't even balance it. Beyond, there is no chance that just one single Radha naam can do this much. And then people say, oh, once I have said Radha, which means I'm done. Well, you have again started accumulating stuff there. that is the problem, right? That's how you started. Once you do, and then people don't realize just the manas, and then it is your physical body and everything. It comes into play. But you go to that place and you get everything washed off.
Okay. You mentioned to me about Radhe Radhe and the importance of Radhe Radhe. I remember you once telling me a personal experience of saying Radhe Radhe at the temple. Can you recollect that experience? I think a lot more of the people would like to know about that particular episode of yours.
So how it happened, see, when I started coming to the temple here, okay? So it was not very popularly, and I was not very open that time as we are now. So I was talking to my Guruji actually over the phone, and he was like, see, when you do the pravachan, sometime when you get an opportunity, tell them about the kripa of the naam, at least. That's how the conversation started. And I was like, okay. And he said, oh, do they have a Krishna? I was like, yeah, they have a proper jhula and everything. They were like, okay, no worries. Whenever you go there, just go, keep a flower and at least tell Krishna, Radhe Radhe. So just the following Sunday, I came to the temple and I took the flower. I just went there.
Okay.
And then, as we give a little bit of, the swing to the jhula, I kept the flower and I said, Radhe Radhe. And the entire that jhula, it just fell off. Okay. And I caught it and I was like, what's happening? And then I noticed nobody has saw me. I kept everything. I was like, oh, attach everything. Everything is looking fine. And then I came and sat. And then I was thinking then, what just happened? And then I got reminded by my gurus this thing, that when you say once Radha, the Krishna just stands up. So because nobody has chanted to him personally here Radhe Radhe as a greeting, so when I said Radhe, he was like, oh, what's happening? Yeah, who is this? What's happened? Similarly, I told to my my Guruji as well. He was like, yes, exactly, that's what has happened. Nobody has told him the thing that the word that he loves the most. Nobody has said it ever, and you were the first one to go personally tell him, Radhe Radhe.
Fantastic note to close the show for today. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
And Bhaja Govindam.
Bhaja Govindam. Thank you so much.